I filmed the very first episode of Marcello's in Suffern in 2005, and I learned so much about his life and restaurant. And most important, I gained a wonderful friend, with whom I had the opportunity to collaborate for over 16 years. The Brindiamo episode of Marcello's actually brought me so much luck and a Italia award. So, let's start how we met.
Oh, I don't remember, it was a long time ago.
Caroline reminded me how we met.
In Torino?
We were in Torino with the Gruppo Virtuale Chef 2001.
Right, exactly.
So it's true, we started talking, and then I told you that I was born on April 11th because we were there around April. You said, oh, my wife is also April 11th. So since then, we actually celebrated some birthday together.
Almost 20 years, right?
It's true.
I remember I had 5 restaurants, under my name, under my supervision.
But you say goodbye. So this is actually a little sad because, I've been coming here since I started Brindiamo. So we really grow together in this adventure of a concert, of a show, books and everything else. So this is our last show for now in this location.
I like to go and do my second passion.
Exactly. Now we're talking about that. So first of all, your second passion has been already a reality for a few years. You just didn't decide, tell me.
It's been since, I would say, 2015. We were part of Ciao Italia, you remember?
Of course.
And then the idea was to sponsor the Italian way of living. So when customers, I took it to my heart.
I know.
Yeah, I took
really
it to my heart.
did.
So then when people, they were coming in to the restaurant and they say, oh, we like to go to Italy, where you go? And because I used to go to Italy every year, and I used to take one of my sommelier and doing different regions, okay, so now I start to know all about all the regions, okay?
Definitely.
So then people, they say, well, where shall we go in Rome? Where should we go in Tuscany? Where shall we? And then I start to create the itinerary for them. Then one time, one customer says, I wanted to...
travel with you.
Yeah, he says, can you take us to Italy? And he gave me a black label American Express. So then, and he says, take your wife also, and let's go and have a blast. So then I took my wife and we went to the Amalfi Coast, and then I started enjoying it.
Yes.
Yeah. And then since then I started to do the tour.
If you travel with Marcello, you will experience Italy to the fullest. You will sit at the best table in fine hotels and great restaurants, and the chef will come to say hello to you while they recommend their finest dishes and specialties. Imagine being in a foreign country and having someone who holds your hand through the whole trip. Your vacation will be perfect. And I really would like to do a tour with Marcello. Imagine, he knows everybody. He knows where the best food is, for sure. Best restaurants. It's just a blessing to travel with him.
But the most important is from the moment I meet them in the lobby or at the airport. Then after that, believe it or not, they don't have to think about nothing. They don't even have to touch anything from their pocket if they don't want to, because even the tips, the drivers,
you take care of
everything.
So
they're having a lot of fun.
Of course, you bring it to eat lunch and dinner, right?
Well, we basically, the idea is not to wake up at 7 o'clock and go in, not to. So to have a beautiful breakfast, because you always stay into 4 or 5 star hotels, enjoy the breakfast and leave it maybe 10:30.
Yeah, you're in vacation
exactly.
after all. Yes.
And like the Italians say, where we're going for lunch? Okay, so then
at 10 o'clock we already
right, exactly. So the time we're driving usually takes an hour. Also another thing, I don't drive no more than 2 hours. An hour and a half, an hour is it's the most.
So tell me, for example, when you go to Amalfi, where did you bring them in the Amalfi Coast?
Well, it depends. Sometimes we change locations. We go to Ravello. Sometimes right on the seaport, okay? We're bringing them to a nice fish restaurants, okay? If I'm in Ravello, for example, and at night time I go to a very fancy place, then I take them to a casual place, like Compacosico, you know, in Ravello, where the mother, you know, comes out and gives gives a hug to the customers, and you know, you see this little lady going around the tables, you know, and we do this way. We do a trattoria, a restaurant, and an upscale.
In 2011, we celebrated the 25th years of Marcello's restaurant in Suffern with a special edition of Brindiamo. The episode featured recipes from his newest book, including a patriotic recipe for the 150 years of Italy United, and 2 concerts that I had the pleasure to host. Many artists and friends came to celebrate this fantastic milestone, from Antonio Ciacca to Cristina Fontanelli e Giada Valenti. That same year, I invited Marcello to oversee a competition that would allow 3 American students very passionate about cooking to win a Brindiamo scholarship in collaboration with IFSE School and ASTI DOCG. 5 years later, I'm arriving with style to co-host a new concert with TV personality Jim Master. And of course, we visit Marcello in his cooking studio. We had a blast. In 1997, Marcello Russodivito was nominated Ambassador of Italian Cuisine and Way of Living by the Italian government. This is a significantly well-deserved recognition. We all agree that Marcello has always been more than just a very good chef and restaurateur. He added that extra personalized touch to the ordinary, and we know that the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is the little extra. And this is why he has been extraordinary in everything he does. Over the years, Marcello shared his love for Italy with his aficionado clientele, who would ask which region to visit or where to dine. Eventually, he took that extra step and brought his American clients to discover the Bel Paese personally with his lovely wife, Carolina. This child is all grown up now, you know, so now you are free, like we send the kids in college, and now they're free to, you know, have their own life. So this restaurant will have its own life soon.
Well,
and
you know,
you have a new life and a new excitement.
And like you say, like we're saying, you know, it's time. You know, it's time. You know, if I don't make a decision, if I didn't make a decision at 65 and 37 years, when would you do? How are they gonna find out about me?
I don't know how.
It's very simple.
It's very simple. You find the Marcello.
Chef Marcello Russodivito, DACA.
For now, brindiamo to Marcello, of course. Grazie, cin cin.
Last chef table. Marcello! I was gonna leave you here all by yourself. You deserve.
I deserve it. I would call Uber and go all the way to Marcello.